Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. This video of the most recent message. This just finished this morning as the next one started. This seems to be coming in bits and pieces over multiple days. This one was from parts from August 3rd, 5th, 8th, 9th, 11th, and 14th. Stupor exists amongst the masses. Fail to see all that passes. It's people just walking around deaf, dumb, and blind, not really paying attention or aware of what's really truly going on. They fail to see all that passes. Nothing at all is as it seems. Life on earth is a thing of dreams. Higher learning for all 'tis here. Pay attention to inner or silent ear, to the spirit speaking to you. Everybody's focused on themselves and external things. They don't hear it. Dire consequences, which have been mentioned before, yet to unfold. Not of heat, but bitter cold. Interesting. They mentioned that I see the talk on ocean current and Atlantic being flip-flopping, so where warm Atlantic current end up going down underneath, something to do with the ice melting from the North Pole and Greenland, and then the colder, deep water going more to the surface, which is going to cause extreme cold temperatures in Europe, Northern Europe, and Central Europe, and the Northeast coast. So it mentioned many messages here over the last few years about the bitterest cold is coming, not all this heat. Things seem to get hotter and drier, but it's the bitterest cold. It's almost kind of like it's be a slingshot effect. And what was going to cause it? I remember saying, "Is well, what could cause it? Like volcanic eruptions, multiple volcanic eruptions, and blotting out the sun. Could be all these fires. Could be hurricanes. The sun not getting through. Could be now this thing here. So it could be a meteor hit. It could be any combination of all those. But bitterest cold is what's coming. So which would be really bad because all this dryness and fires out west and heat, and you're going to drought, water running out because people want to move back to the north and the east. But those are going to be bitter cold. So it's like not going to be pretty. Well, can't expect it to be in Revelations. Armies of men line up at borders. In their hearts, all are hoarders. We see this all over the place. China, Afghanistan, Russia, Ukraine, the Middle East, been going on. It's even more so. In their hearts, all are hoarders, hoarding physical things, hoarding emotional things. That's from the third. And the fifth changed over to the topic. Scarcity of faith persists all around. Darkness invades minds without a sound. It just so subtly starts to manipulate a person's minds, and it starts influencing their thoughts, therefore their actions, and their feelings, and opinions, and slowly starts to take over control of them, and invariably they possess them. I see it. I see it in process. I see it initially begun. I see it after they're totally possessed. I see it in their eyes. So you got to be on guard. Darkness always. It tries to get at me all the time. Does not want you to go pay attention to God. Doesn't want you to serve God. Doesn't want you to believe in God. Doesn't want you anything to do with God. That's its purpose. Diverse methods at their disposal. They got all kinds of ways to try to lure you away and take over. Seeking again, but they can't do it forcibly. Slowly, you're allowing them to do it. It's a choice. It's just subtle little choices you make. Free will choice. It's free will choice. You can get rid of it too. Seeking prevention of thy betrothal through the Father in heaven. Peer into faces so lost and lone, which I do. Words you share, they can't condone. Speaking to me. Words I share, they can't condone. And I see it When I start to share something about the truth, God's what He's given me, I see their face. I see them shut down inside. It's literally just like the blind comes down on the window. I see it all the time. Be not dismayed, telling me, thy tasks are many. Saving of souls, turn of a penny, just instant, just like that. Creatures of habit, humans always been. Makes it tougher their souls to win. Makes it tougher for me, for God, for those like me, to win their souls over to God. Peace be upon you, brother of mine. Change their water unto wine. This week, night of bright moon, sing the song of salvation's tune. So very, very soon, sending the next crop of souls to the light. It goes on to mention, remind me what to do. Sing the psalm, P-S-A-L-A-M, of salvation's tune, to Psalm 23. 23 to send our Father, Lord's Prayer first. 91 to cleanse, 118 verse. So I'm sing our watch all rebuke and banish to cleanse the area, then say to our Father first. Then I'll do Psalm 91 to cleanse, I'll do Psalm 118 to unlock the gate, and Psalm 23 to send them. Change that used to be the Lord's Prayer to send them off. Those of the night locked behind wall, which is these, because I got some gathering at this nearby mountain, Lone Mountain, who are not in darkness, and there's some in the mountain, like last time, hidden, locked in the mountain, kept separate, who serve darkness, who want to turn to the light. So that's what this is referencing here. Those of the night locked behind wall, speak the words, they'll answer call. Certain words I have to say. You hold the key to set them free. 1 and 1 together makes 3. So referencing who's supposed to help me to give me more strength to do the higher number. Hand in hand to strengthen thy soul. What they feel when they're doing that will make them whole if they accept, answer the call. 'Tis but their choice if choose well. What is felt, theirs to tell. Getting on to the next section. Came on a different day. Pillars of stone stuck in the ground. Remember, pillars of salt, stone. Referencing Lazarus' wife. That's meaning that story. People in spirits are pillars of stone. These ones that did not cross over to the white. Pillars of stone stuck in the ground. Rooted to life. Look all around. See them all over the place. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. God's laws and word would not abide. They would not abide them. And they can't hide from what's coming. They see not what's before their eyes. Believe in only all the lies they've been told. Tremulous in nature, nervous in nature, their hearts bleed. Took upon themselves of which they were freed. They took their burden. Remember, Jesus freed us from all those burdens and sins. And they took it back upon themselves. Pitiful souls, so lost and alone, going on path, not one was shown. They're going on their own path, not the one that was shown by God, the one that God created for them. Again, you have the two paths, the one that God created for you, exception He wants you to get on, follow. It's your choice, or you can go your own path, which most people do. That's what it's referencing. Pitiful souls, so lost and alone, going on path, not one was shown. So they're just lost and alone, involved in things that drag them further from God. Substance abuse, you name it, lifestyles, you name it, materialism of all kinds of things, power, wealth, you name it. They may seem happy on the outside, but they're not. They are lost and alone inside. That's why they do these things and seek these things, because trying to fill an empty hole that's never going to be filled. Only God can fill it. Seekers of things not of God's making, never giving, only taking, hoarding their riches, yet owning not. They don't own it. Fail to heed all they were taught. Going thy own way leads to trouble and doubt. In the end, God hears not their shout, just like the time of the great flood. Just talk to the hand. Cries of despair soon fill the air, leaving those who chose not to eternal suffering and rot. Leaving those who chose not God, leaving them to eternal suffering and rot. See, that was something a lot of the COVID. Don't believe in the vaccine. Don't believe in masking, and so on and so forth. When they get to where they're dying, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. That very repentance right there, may save their soul. The ones that get up to the end, not sorry, or they cause others to get sick, boom, straight to the judgment line. Doesn't look good for them. Skies filled with stars, many a world, yet two to be unswirled. And referencing, after the earth's been done, renewed, other worlds will go through the same process of renewal or remodeling for simplicity's sake. Unswirled means come uncorrupted. Take this to heart, if nothing more. Many to suffer in upcoming war. The spiritual war between dark, goodness, and evil has been going on. It's going on more and more. What's seen in the physical world is just nothing compared to what's going on in the spiritual world. On to the next section. Eleuthio, who is the third horseman, Conquest, to aid thee. He manifests himself in the physical world now. You see that? The Taliban. There's going to be more conquest going on. Eleuthio to aid thee, but a time. Remember, death and pestilence manifested together with the arrival of COVID. Now conquest manifesting more. And war will be the final one. Eleuthio to aid thee, speaking to me, but a time, seek the when in the rhyme. So that's referencing, to help protect and guard, to send souls to the light, just as Anthathiel or death did last time. So, aid me just for but a time, which is an instant. That's all it takes to shield those passing me sending at that moment. Seek the when to do this in the rhyme. Send those who wait, which they do, upon a certain date, by the light of given moon, which is the brightest moon. Hear the voice within the tune. So hear the voice within the tune. So I'm waiting to hear that and see when in a particular rhyme. So it should be soon, this month. Next section, it's only four lines that came in on this particular day. Push the limits of learned knowledge. Think of it as spiritual college. What is earned is what is given. Let go the world for what's spirit driven. In other words, you gotta let go. Referencing what it said early on in my awakening, first you have to open up your heart, and the mind will follow. And the spiritual senses awaken. You have to unlearn all that you've learned, so you can begin to learn what you need to learn. I'll address that in a subsequent video. Next section. If you wish to learn and grow, what's within you must let go. Unlearn what you've learned. What is known, 'tis not what is. Mind is filled with words not his. In other words, lies. If you seek, then you find. No longer deaf, no longer blind. So seek with your heart and your spirit. The metamorphosis of change from your body to body focus, body being, physical being to a spiritual being. Metamorphosis, body to spirit, less you see, more you hear it. So less you focus on physical sight, what you see, the more you'll hear truth. What was once, then made whole. See and learn beyond canopic bowl. This will occur. What you once were, then you will be made whole. You'll be able to see and learn beyond the canopic bowl, which is your physical essence. If you find what it is you need to learn, you grow indeed as your soul is ever more freed. Knocking always has an open door if you believe within inner core. So it's mentioning about seek, ask, find. Next section. Believers believe as believers do. All you can do is share what's given to you. What they're speaking to me here. All I can do is just share all this is given to me. People are going to believe what they're going to believe. Seekers of wisdom, not of this world, are the ones whose spirits become unswirled. So seekers of wisdom, not of this world, in other words, God's wisdom, are the ones whose spirits become unswirled or uncorrupted, beholden to none other than God. People who do this are beholden to no one other than God. Put him first. Then it references all the rest. Self-acclaim, the view of self, the self-centeredness, self-acclaim befell those of Nod, the land of Nod, early on in man's existence, who were washed away in the flood. Self-acclaim befell those of Nod, times again come to a head. So it's repeating. Times again, just like back then. What are you to be? Living or dead? Your choice. So, very powerful message, as they all are. A powerful ending there. Your choice. Which way are you going to be? Living or dead? More and more choosing dead. So, mask up, stay safe, get vaccinated. It's not a conspiracy. I watched a video the other day interviewing guys. God made us immune. God gave us immunity to everything. I was just like, we're not immune to anything. We build up immunity to some stuff not. So that's the intelligence that's out there, or lack thereof. Those people just better learn to swim and tread water for a very, very long time. Peace of Christ, God bless.